Can't believe I got to start a show like this, but no yeet. God damn.
Wow.
That is just
Wow. Ah,
I'm stunned. He did it again. He did it to me again. I was hyped. I was so hyped for this fucking show.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm so shocked and I'm so appalled by what happened tonight at the Royal Rumble. Wow. And that's, man. And that's the thing. So we'll get to the intro and stuff in a little bit.
Mhm.
Let's have a chat.
Yeah.
Let's just have a chat. The thing about this show tonight, honestly, was I really fucked with it.
It was an enjoyable show.
I thought the Women's Rumble was good. I thought it was really good. I thought it was good. And that final stretch of the match, I thought was just so what the fuck. And then the Men's Rumble, I thought was really good.
It was insanely good in that first half.
And
man.
the final stretch just perplexed me.
It was just this guy. Why? It's just me asking, why is he eliminated? Why is he eliminated? Why is he eliminated? Why are these the last two? And then what the fuck? Because they started off great. Women's Rumble match. It had its names where I was like, okay, you got fucking Meechin in there. But overall, I was like, okay, a lot of NXT women. Jordan Grace in there and shit. I was like, okay, this can be fun. Ending was a what the fuck. Men's Rumble, same thing. It's not even just the first half. The first, until like 25, it was just going crazy. And then once those last 10 were in there and those eliminations really started, it was all downhill from there, man. It was just, I'm appalled, man. Overall, I had a fun night, man, but fuck, what were those decisions? What were those elimination decisions?
Man, and again, that's the thing for me with this Royal Rumble tonight was honestly, wholeheartedly, I really fucked with the show. And personally, like I said, man, I thought the Women's Rumble was good. I really did. I thought it was good. And obviously, the women's roster is not as deep as the men. So, obviously you're going to see your Maxine Dupree's and your Meechins and whatnot. But I honestly thought they had a good, I thought they had good building blocks. But dude, once we got past 25 and Nia Jax comes in there and dumps over like 10 women at once. I mean, what the and then just to give it to the predictable, which I'm not even so mad because I expected it.
Yeah.
You just give it to the predictable option in Charlotte Flair. We get to the Men's Rumble. I thought it was tremendous. I did. I really thought it was tremendous. I think Seth Rollins came out at 25. After that, we get to just, I believe Drew McIntyre was eliminated by Damian Priest. Like, what the fuck?
Like, what was that decision?
You had...
Priest didn't get his lick back for anybody. He didn't eliminate a single one of his enemies. Not Punk, not Roman, not nobody.
You have Braun Strowman in this Rumble to eliminate Jacob Fatu. And then you trot out Logan Paul at number 30 to have this man eliminate CM Punk. Your final three of this match were John Cena, Jey Uso, and Logan Paul.
gotta be the weakest final three I've ever fucking seen.
But see, here's the thing, and honestly, I'm coming from a place. You guys see me all the time. You guys see me all the time wearing my Yeet shirts.
Yeah.
Right. I have a pair of, they're not the WWE Yeet goggles, but I love Jey Uso.
He's phenomenal. I love him.
I think Jey Uso is great. I really do. I love Jey. Why the fuck did Jey Uso win this Royal Rumble tonight? For shock? I don't give a shit about your shock.
I don't care if you're predictable.
Hold on, bro. Look forward. Look fucking forward to WrestleMania. Everything you could have done with Gunther. Everything you could have done with Gunther. Seth Rollins, CM Punk and Seth Rollins. You could have fucking done you could have even done Sami Zayn in that match. Now, again, I wouldn't really want to have seen that either, but you fucking go with Jey Uso.
Again.
Who the fuck asked for Jey Uso versus Gunther at WrestleMania? And for the love of God, do not tell me Jey Uso is going to be the man to dethrone Gunther.
And if...
Sorry, bro.
Dude,
Sorry.
This shit, like, what is this, match number 4 between these guys? I don't want to see it again. It doesn't, like... I don't care if someone just has a story. The story's got to be something. Personally, you know, I'm a viewer that I care about. I don't care about Braun versus Jacob. I don't care about Jey Uso versus Gunther. I don't think no one does. What are you doing here? You wasted the Rumble with Jey Uso. I like Jey Uso. I want him to win the world title at some point.
Love him.
Not right now. This is not the spot for him. He is a fucking, like, international show world title winner. He ain't this. He's not this, bro. He had the worst match on Mania last year. He's been having stinkers, bro. I like the guy, but he's been having stinkers lately, and I like him. I love Jey Uso. He's great. This is not his spot, dude. And I saw someone mention it on Twitter, and it's very true. LA Knight got over by himself, and he had to get title loss after title loss. Took a year to win the U.S. title, just to lose it to a fucking random Nakamura a few months later. Jey Uso gets over, and he gets all this. Come on, dog. Come on. This isn't what I would do personally, man. And this really disappointed the fuck out of me. That last stretch of that Rumble match disappointed the hell out of me. So many just fucking eliminations that you're just scratching your head for. That's got to be the weakest final 3 I have ever seen, bro. Like, that was so sad, bruh. The first half was so good. You started off that match fire, and once Jacob got in, everyone that got in after that was a stare down with Jacob. It was a cool ass moment. Great. You had moments with AJ in there. You had cool ass shit in there, and you shit on it at the fucking end of it. That is crazy. Crazy work. To now Mania looks to be set up weird as fuck. Especially after that like random beatdown after all those guys got eliminated. We're probably looking at like Seth and Roman, and then Punk and Cody, and then Jey Uso and Gunther. Like, bro, I don't care if it's predictable. You had the better setup. I don't care that it's, I didn't expect it. It's not what should have happened. Sometimes it's not expected for a reason. And I don't think Jey Uso was expected to win for a reason this year. I like him. I love him. This was not the time for him. This was not the time for him.
So, when you think about a time for Jey Uso,
that's easily a perfect time.
Hello? Didn't this guy have damn near entrance of the year last year at Clash in Paris? Why didn't you put the world title? If you really wanted to put the world title on him, fine.
Right there.
He deserves it. I want to see it.
Yeah.
And through all of this, I don't want you guys to get it twisted. I'm happy for Jey.
I am.
I love Jey Uso, and again, I think he's an immense talent. Dude, you're bringing this guy into WrestleMania to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and dude, and again, I love Jey, but the way his matches have been lately, do you guys want him to have a world title reign all the way till Clash in Paris? because again, I love Jey. I just don't think that's going to go well. I don't
No.
think it's going to go well. I mean, a lot of his matches lately have been very rinse and repeat almost. It's and again, please don't get it twisted, man.
I like the guy.
I-
I want him to be a world champion, not now. It's that simple.
Dude, you have Jey Uso walking into WrestleMania to be the guy to dethrone Gunther for the world championship. Again, first of all, you're right there eliminating who should have been John Cena's final boss in this whole farewell tour. John Cena should have been the guy to take the title from Gunther because we all know it's going to happen. And again, if you wanted to put the title on Jey, why the hell didn't you just do it at Clash in Paris? Because the last time we were in Paris, the guy was over as fuck.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most memorable and crazy entrances and loudest entrances I think we've ever seen. Why you wouldn't have him win the world title there, and you're gonna have him do another Gunther match again, which I love Jey, but these matches with Gunther are not nothing to run home about.
They're really not.
And it just boggles my mind how you had all the star power in the world in this match. Roman Reigns, John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. You opted not to give this to CM Punk for a second year in a row that he should have won a Royal Rumble. You opted not to give it to him.
Which people think, oh, there is no next year for CM Punk. He ain't gonna be at next year's Rumble. That shit's in Saudi. So
Oh yeah,
you're fucked.
I forgot about that.
You're fucked. You can't do it next year for Punk. Cena can't do it next year. He'll be retired. Are you kidding me here? Like, did you not think about this?
Jey Uso winning the Rumble over John Cena and CM Punk is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And again, John Cena was my second pick. I think we should drag out John Cena's stuff till SummerSlam or maybe even after. Maybe, I don't know, do an international show or something. I don't know. Whatever the case is, do it later in the year is what I'm saying. And you fucking... Wow, dude. Okay, good lord. You gave Jey Uso this win over, good lord, man, over two of these guys, which, like I said, CM Punk for the past 2 years should have won this Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
And he did not. CM Punk this year got fucking dumped over by Logan fucking Paul.
Logan Paul. That schmuck. That failure, dude. He got fucking... That's just crazy work to me, dude. That's just insane. The final three were Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and John Cena. That's just...
Man, I just... Man, yeah, I'm genuinely at a loss for words, bro. I am at a loss for words. I don't understand how you move with Jey Uso going for the world championship at WrestleMania against Gunther. How much sense that makes, I have no idea.
No.
I have no idea how that makes any sense to anybody, and I don't know who the hell wants to see that?
No, I really don't know anybody that wanted that on their bingo card. Again, just because it's not predictable doesn't mean it's good. It's annoying. Because sometimes predictable is what you want. Because that's what you just want. And then they
makes the most sense.
Sometimes you want a fucking ice cream, a vanilla ice cream, and they just give you strawberry. Okay, it's different, but I wanted fucking vanilla. Like, okay. So fucking frustrating, dude.
Gunther should have been the guy to take the world, or to drop the world championship to John Cena. And now he's not going to get to do that because he's going to get dethroned by Jey Uso.
That's just crazy work.
That is a weak ass Mania match, bro. When you fucking had Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and CM Punk on the table for a potential match with Gunther.
That's what I would have rather done tenfold.
How the hell do you pass on fucking... How the hell did you... I threw out the prediction of that triple threat.
Yeah.
How you passed on that triple threat with Punk and Rollins and Gunther, I have no fucking clue how you pass on that triple threat.
No.
And I'm so appalled. I'm so appalled on who the hell wants to see that as your world title match for Gunther at WrestleMania.
No, I really don't know who wants to see that. I don't know. I don't. That is not the ending for Gunther that should be discussed at all. That is a lackluster ass ending for Gunther as world champ if that's the case. And if that's not the case and Gunther just beat him, you wasted a Royal Rumble. You just wasted one for no reason.
Gunther has to beat him.
He has to, but he won't. Either way, you booked yourself in a corner here. Either way, it's bad. Either way, it looks bad.
Man, that fucking wow, dude. Wow. And man, that's just that is just insane work to me, dude. That is insane fucking work to me.
Insane work and just insanely disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no clue, man.
I don't know, dude. That is definitely a decision. That is definitely a decision. And dude, how you passed up on the final two of CM Punk and John Cena.
Ugh.
The unfucking predictability in that
would have been insane. Oh, it would have been palpable, dude.
Is just how you passed on the unpredictability of those two being the final two in that match is just it's absolutely fucking insane to me. It is absolutely insane to me how you passed on that, dude. I don't understand it. And again, who asked for another Jey Uso and Gunther match, bro? You just did this at Saturday night's main event
7 days ago. And it was just a match. It was not special in the slightest.
Whatever it is, and I fucking hope I'm wrong, but when we get to Mania and that match is over, I don't want to hear anybody saying, ooh, that match was kind of lackluster.
Man, it kind of disappointed me, man. What do you expect? It's what we've been given so far.
That's crazy ass work to me, bro.
That's insane work.
That is fucking crazy ass work to me, dude.
We literally got the WrestleMania main event, quote unquote, a week ago. Thanks. Okay. Look at that.
Again, I don't fucking want to hear anybody talking about that match being lackluster at WrestleMania, and I hope it's not. I hope
it's not.
I hope they light the fucking. I hope they light that fucking that stadium up. I hope they do. But what we've been given so far, and what we've seen, on Saturday night's main event last week, I'm sorry, that's not a WrestleMania World Title match. That's a Saturday night's main event World Title match.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason that was the title match on Saturday night's main event.
I just don't fucking understand how you passed on a final two of John Cena and CM Punk.
I don't know how you pass up the triple threat. Gunther, Seth, Punk, perfect ending you could have to that match, and you just didn't fucking go with that match. That's insane work to me. That's just crazy fucking work to me.
And the other thing, how in the world do you dump Jacob Fatu out before all the big stars get in the match?
Literally right before the big four come in.
Like, what the fuck? I want to, literally, as soon as Fatu went out, Cena came in. Like, bro, I wanted to see some more face-offs, but I'm rather not going to complain about that because we got a lot of great face-offs with Fatu here, so.
And we got a lot of future with Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
So, now with Cena, of of course. But
The way he was looking at Cena, though.
they're setting that match up. That's gonna be crazy though.
Yes.
But man, I don't know, man. Just very disappointing for me. Very fucking disappointing for me.
Yeah, the ending to that Rumble match,
Gotta be.
it was very disappointing, being that the Rumble match itself was really fucking good.
So good built up to that, man. And then that last fucking, when it got to those last 10, and then it was just boom, downhill, man. Instant downhill. Fucking Priest eliminating Drew, Braun eliminating Fatu. Just rabbit hole of just shit.
I would have liked for Braun to be out a little longer.
Yeah, to sell the fucking match, not a week.
To sell the fact that Fatu left him bloodied, but okay. I would have also liked Fatu to get the rub of getting eliminated by somebody with a little more name value, like, oh, I don't fucking know, Roman Reigns, or John Cena, or CM Punk, at somebody with a little bit of a bigger name. And being that you did that little part where he was staring down John Cena, you could have just had fucking Cena eliminate him.
Yeah, that would have been a much better outcome. And then Drew didn't get his lick back on anybody. He didn't eliminate anybody he wanted to eliminate. He got eliminated by Damian Priest, someone who he doesn't even share the same show with anymore. So what is the point of that? Couldn't fucking tell you, man.
Crazy work. Crazy work down the stretch in that Royal Rumble match, man. And again, it was a great match.
It was.
I mean, everything with, Joe Hendry and the stuff with Braun Breaker was great. Fatu was amazing. Drew, when he first came out was great. The stuff with all the big four, the big five or whatever being in the match with, Punk and Cena and Drew and Roman and, AJ was in there. Seeing AJ was tweaking off his ass. It was fucking great.
That man had to gut stem cells or some shit. That man was moving.
Oh, that man was moving like he fucking did when he was the WWE champion the first time.
He really was, dude. Even the celebrity shit with Speed was fun as fuck.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. And then at the end, you just fucked it all.
I don't know, man. That is again. It was a phenomenal Royal Rumble match. I thought it was great. I thought it was one of the better ones that Triple H has done since he's been in charge. Probably the best one since he's been in charge in terms of the match.
Yeah.
But man, did he botch that ending, dude?
Botched it real fucking hard.
Nobody wants to see that.
No.
You guys, if you wanted Jey Uso, to have his WrestleMania entrance so bad, you could have put him against anybody on the planet.
You have so many people you could put it against, and you have him go for Gunther again. What?
That's just not a fucking WrestleMania world title match to me, man. I'm sorry.
That's not.
Yeah, and again, I love Jey Uso, but I'm sorry, not sorry, bro. I'm just being honest, man. That is just not something that
I want to see.
I was looking forward to for WrestleMania in Las Vegas.
No, it was in Las Vegas. That's your main event. Uso versus Gunther in Vegas. Good Lord.
Well,
30 minutes in. Back to the intro.
Yeah. Well, that's that. Well, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of NHP, another edition of your post-show reviews, this time here for the Royal Rumble in 2025. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here after Monday Night Raw with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday, we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news, man. If you guys did miss yesterday's edition of the news and the Royal Rumble predictions, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Friday at 4 p.m. Central on YouTube. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top description of this very video, where you can get this beautiful remastered edition of the Next Chapter design live. Like I said, on bonfire.com. Link is at the top description of this very video, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How are you, bro?
Overall, man, I'm doing good. It was a good weekend. It was a good day. Overall, man. Overall, enjoyed myself tonight. It had its moments. It was a fun show. Definitely had its moments I didn't agree with, but overall, in terms of the day, I had a good day, man. And I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Now I really can't wait to see the fucking Raw after this and what they fucking point everything in after this shit, man. But I'm doing good, like Durante always asks. How's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing in the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Yeah, overall enjoyed my weekend, man. Overall enjoyed the weekend. Well, so far the weekend, I'm enjoying the weekend so far. Yeah, so it was a great Royal Rumble show. That the Royal Rumbles, that last stretch just I didn't like personally, man. But it seems like most of you are happy, and I'm happy for you guys, man. I'm happy for you guys, man. Whether you agreed with it or not, but but man, that's just crazy to me, bro. But nonetheless, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And as Durante always asks, I'm good, family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, my man Gotti. Gotti, how was your experience, bro? Hope you get back to the hotel safe, or hope you get out of the arena safe, and make sure to plug your nose. I know those wrestling fans get to stinking, so
I know they do. Trust us.
yeah, definitely. But and of course, my man Duran. How the hell are you, bro?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, Logan, I did see that about Drew. Apparently, per PW Insider, something went wrong with Drew's elimination. Drew got in the back and was screaming and cursing that someone had to get their moves in at the expense of Story in that match, and then he loudly stormed out of the building and was gone before the match ended.
Maybe that could just be footage they're filming for the Raw. To be honest, that's what I feel like it is.
When's the last time we heard this? It was the stuff with Punk.
I think this is Story. I think that probably did happen back there, but there was cameras on him, and we're gonna see it on Monday of him being pissed at the outcome and storming out. So I think we're gonna see literally all that on Monday on camera.
And if that's not the case,
My
then that really sucks. And if Drew is upset, he has every reason to be upset, because the way he got eliminated, I would be pissed too. I'm sorry. Why Damian Priest was even it was even on anybody's mind to eliminate Drew McIntyre from the Rumble is fucking ludicrous, because how do you not have one of the guys that, I don't know, maybe one of the guys that he overly obsesses over eliminate him, like a CM Punk or a Roman Reigns or a Seth Rollins?
Fucking Sami Zayn, somebody. Maybe.
Damian fucking mid-card ass Priest.
They really try with that, man. It just does not work with Priest, bro. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. He just doesn't have it.
I don't understand. Man. My God. So, well, yes, I guess that leads us to the show.
Yeah.
Starting the show off tonight was the Women's Royal Rumble match. The Women's Royal Rumble this year,
It was fine.
oh, well, actually, the show opened up with Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
She opened the show and she welcomed everybody to the show, and that was that. So it was
That was a
nice.
cool moment.
Yeah, nice to see her and whatnot. But the Women's Royal Rumble started. Numbers 1 and 2 were Liv Morgan and Io Sky. Okay.
Alrighty.
WWE introduced this year at the Royal Rumble a ticker tape at the bottom of the screen that basically read out to you how many active competitors were in the match, how many eliminations were in the match, and how or what number was coming out next. Now, when people were coming out, it had like their render next to their name, and it had like a fact. Raquel Rodriguez, I think, was the most funny. It just said part of Judgment Day.
Damn.
But what was your thoughts on the ticker tape?
I fucking hated it personally. I like the idea of it. You know, I always like adding like sports feel or whatever, but it took up way too much of the screen, and it just had so much information. Personally, I either already knew or didn't give a fuck about, dude. Like I don't need to be reminded who came in at what number at random points. I like the random graphic of, you know, timestamps of people in the match were cool. So far Penta was in blah 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 and EO was in for blah blah blah. That's nice, but that's something you could just randomly pop up 10 seconds, take down. That thing was on a quarter of the screen damn near the whole match. I personally fucking hated it. And I hate how they put, you know, the countdown number in that because, you know, you're used to the big square coming on the corner of the screen that you can read that's counting down. And it's literally just the tiniest number in the corner of the screen in a big ass graphic. It's just a tiny ass little number. I think it looked like ass. I think it took way too much of the screen. And I didn't like it at all. I really hope they don't do it next year. Probably think they are going to keep it. I thought it looked like shit. I thought it took up way too much to screen. I thought half that information was not needed at the time. And if you did want to give us that information, either tell us a commentary or just pop it up 10 seconds, take it back down. Simple as that. What people say about the fucking ads on the mat is exactly what that was to me. It wasn't the level of people say it was, where all I was thinking about was that during the match. But it got to a point where I was able to like block it out in my eyes. But overall, I thought it looked like ass. And if you're gonna keep it, please redesign that to look nicer, because I thought that just looked bland, ugly, and I think it took up way too much time, or way too much screen time essentially, and just was information I didn't give a fuck about for the most part. But what about you, bro? What'd you think about it?
At first, I thought it was. I did think it was a bit of an eyesore. I did end up getting used to it, like
Yeah.
midway through.
The men's, for me, to be honest.
For me, it was like midway through the women's. I was just like, oh, okay, and I was kind of just able to, like, I don't know, just block it out. I definitely would have liked if it did go away.
Yeah.
And then pop up occasionally for like 30 seconds here or there, or, you know, something like that. I thought would have been a little better, but overall I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it, and it would have, what was I saying? I can't remember, but yeah, I mean, I didn't really mind it. Like I said, when it first came up, I thought it was a bit, you know, I thought it was a bit odd at first, but yeah, like I said, like midway through the women's rumble, it kind of just became it kind of just, again, kind of blocked it out or whatever. But no, I did like it. I did like it. I didn't necessarily hate it, but yeah, I mean, it was what it was. So
Yeah. It just needs to be either redesigned a little bit nicer, maybe a little more or have it, you know, be transparent at times, and then like be, non-transparent at times or popping in and out. Maybe I got used to it at by the end of the night, but man, I personally would change it a little bit.
Okay. Well, um, number 3 in the Women's Royal Rumble was Roxanne Perez.
Mm-hmm. Great one.
Very, very cool to see Roxanne Perez there. Obviously, I think we all know she's probably going to be called up very soon.
Probably after Vengeance Day.
Number 4 was the Women's IC Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Love to see it.
Always love to see Lyra Valkyria. She had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction
At the start.
where the top of her top, the part that straps around her neck, came off. So she kind of had to roll out a shot there. So that sucked for her. Number 5 was Chelsea Green, the women's U.S. champion. So back-to-back mid-card women's champions here. Number 6 was B-Fab. Wow.
Cool.
Number 7 was Ivy Nile. Number 8 was Zoe Stark. Number 9 was Lash Legend.
That one was fun.
Yes, Lash
like
Legend. She's not bad. She does that pump kick. It almost reminds me of Jade Cargill's, except for better. But yeah, it almost reminds me of Jade's, except for a little bit better. No, I like Lash Legend a lot. I thought it was cool to see her in there. And the next one was number 10 was Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair got in this match and absolutely started tweaking out on everybody, bro. She did like a spot where she like cornered everybody up in the corner and was like doing backflips and like dodging all of them. So that was cool.
That was a cool ass spot.
Definitely. Number 11 was Shayna Baszler. I will tell you this, bro. These PFC women got absolutely no fucking reaction.
None.
Whatsoever.
They had 65,000 people silent during each one of those 3 coming in this match. And my God, was that sad. And I like them all individually.
Yeah.
But that group is just so bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they got Shayna Baszler out there wrestling in a tank top and jeans. Like what is even that, dude?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I miss old Shayna too, bro.
I really do.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when she was out there wrestling. I was like, dude,
She used to be a beast.
I miss when Shayna Baszler was just an absolute killer in NXT, man. I really, really miss it, bro. I really miss it, dude.
I really do.
Yeah, and yeah, Triple H looked like he was taking her in the right direction. I remember that feud with Ronda, dude. She was going off on her, and she was just being a demon.
Yeah.
And it looked like she was on the right path.
And they dropped the fucking ball.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Number 12 was Bayley.
Gotta love it.
Okay, Bayley got a reaction. And speaking of reaction or lack thereof, number 13 was Sonya Deville. Number 14 was Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree got more of a reaction than B-Fab and all of PFC.
Yes.
Maxine Dupree actually got quite a fucking reaction, believe it or not.
She actually did.
Number 15 was Naomi. Number 16 was Jada Parker.
Love to see that.
Yes, love to see Jada Parker. She looked good in the match. And it was a nice surprise. It was a nice surprise. Now I'll tell you again, I'm going to reiterate this. Def Rebel needs to go.
Dude.
Because that theme song was so unidentifiable. I did not know who the hell that was.
Oh yeah, Def Rebel is so bad. Half the time people would come out and I would be like, damn, who the fuck is this?
Yes, that happened to me tonight with Finn Balor.
Oh, dude.
I promise you, I did not know who the fuck that was.
I saw F and then just a bunch of other letters I couldn't read. I dead ass thought that was one of Fraxium coming out. I was like, oh wow, one of these, and then no, it was just Finn Balor. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, what was that, bruh? What was that? So yes, Jada Parker came out, and again, yes, I had no idea that was Jada Parker until I seen Jada Parker in the ring. I was
No.
like, oh, I did not know that was her song. Um, but number 17 was Piper Niven. Piper Niven came to the aid because Chelsea Green was getting cornered by Bianca Belair and Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
Number 18 was Natalya.
Boy, was that a waste.
Good God. Did anybody think Natalya was going to WrestleMania?
I didn't know she was going to Royal Rumble, let alone WrestleMania.
Number 19 was ex-TNA's Jordan Grace.
Ooh.
This was amazing to see, and Michael Cole did formally announce last year she was in WWE's Royal Rumble as a TNA knockout. This year, she is in the Royal Rumble under our umbrella.
Hey.
So Jordan Grace is officially in WWE, and this is her official, I guess, debut as an actual WWE roster member rather than a TNA, roster member, which we'll get to her in a minute because I think there was a bit of an indication on where she's headed.
Yeah.
Number 20 was Michin.
Boy.
Number 21 was a returning Alexa Bliss.
Very shocking and insane fucking pop, dude. Crazy pop.
Yes.
I'm happy for her, dude. She looked great. She was moving great. Good to see her back, dude. That is. I'm really glad to see her back.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. She got a fantastic pop. She came out and her jacket said friend for life, but the R in friend was small and it was white, as the letters FIEND were all red, which, in case you can't read, that spells fiend, or that reads fiend. So her jacket said fiend for life.
Awesome.
That was cool. That was cool to see, being that the last time we seen Alexa Bliss was, I want to say, at this very show 2 years ago, where she was she lost to Bianca Belair, and she was then talked to, I guess, by Uncle Howdy.
Yep.
Which just so happens to be the same show that Bray Wyatt wrestled his final match on. So it was cool to see Alexa pay homage to Bray. And I did see over the weekend all the Wyatt 6 people were out doing media except for Bo. So I wonder if Bo is the one that's hurt.
He could be.
And maybe that's why they can't put the group on, because
the main one is hurt.
Yeah, so
I could see that.
Yeah. It would have been nice if you did set up a tag team out of that group.
You've been able to survive.
So so you would have been able to keep them on TV and relevant, but that's neither here or there. But Alexa got a huge pop. I love the jacket. And yeah, she was in there, started going crazy. Jordan Grace also was going absolutely crazy. She picked up, no problem, Piper Niven and gave her a rolling Death Valley driver.
Insane movement. Crazy moves.
She was going nuts in this match, bro. She was going absolutely nuts. Jordan Grace is somebody to look out for, and she is going to be huge in WWE, man. I can promise you that.
She is. She's most definitely going to be huge.
The next couple picks were a bit of throwaway picks. Number 22 was Zelina Vega. Number 23 was Candice LeRae. All right. Number 24 was Stephanie Vaquer.
Love it.
Great pick from NXT. I loved seeing Stephanie Vaquer here in the Royal Rumble. I thought it was and she actually got a bit of a pop too.
She did. People were moving.
Yeah, she got a bit of a pop, which was great to see. And yeah, she went in there, started going crazy. She was doing her little move where she bangs her opponent's head to the mat with her legs, and it looked great. At first, Jordan Grace and somebody else were like in the way of it. But no, Stephanie was doing good stuff. 25 was Trish Stratus. All right. Number 26 was Raquel Rodriguez. Who the fuck decided it would be a good idea to trot Raquel Rodriguez out there at number 26? WWE needs to get in the habit, dude. Number 25 and up need to be top level players.
Top level players. You can't put no goddamn Raquel Rodriguez or Logan Paul in any of those fucking after 25 spots. You can't, bro. You can't. We'll get to it in the men's. You had one where, they might not be a top, but it made sense to put them in that spot in one of those past 25s. But, dude, Raquel ain't one of those, bro. What was that?
Number 27 was Charlotte Flair. Obviously, we all knew that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Number 28 was Julia.
That was awesome.
Very cool to see. Number 29 was Nia Jax.
Again, people after number 25, you put Nia Jax, someone who, like Jey Uso, just lost at 7 days ago. Okay.
And as we're waiting for number 30 to tick down.
Is it Becky? Is it AJ Lee?
And I'm just waiting for Becky Lynch's music to hit. It's Nikki Bella.
I like Nikki. I'm happy for her.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Homie. You could have easily took Nia out the picture, put Nikki at 29, boom, Becky at 30. Nice and easy. None of it. No Becky, no AJ, which I didn't really get my hopes up for AJ.
No.
So I wasn't tripping that much. But no Becky, not even Jade. No Jade. I'm not even a Jade guy. And I thought she at least should have probably been in there if she could have been. So those were decisions.
Yeah, and again, man, okay, Becky's not in this match. Jade is not, and again, I'm with Sir K. I am not a Jade Cargill. I do not like, I think Jade Cargill, I think WWE is a better version of Jade Cargill in Lash Legend.
I think they do.
To be 100% honest with you. But
you had the story.
You had all these people in here. You had Michin and Natalia and, Trish Stratus, and you had Raquel Rodriguez in here, and we couldn't get Becky Lynch. We saved you might as well. If this were the surprises you've had for the Royal Rumble, you were better off keeping Charlotte a secret.
Yeah.
And having Charlotte come out there at number 30. Because, look, we all know Nikki's been through a lot. And I'm super happy for Nikki to get back in the ring. But number 30? And she could have been number 30 if you had all these women come out here beforehand.
Yeah.
I guess that would have been okay. But, dude, again, you're in the spot where I didn't get hype on AJ Lee, but the crowd,
The crowd was crazy hype for that shit.
they wanted it. They
Yeah.
wanted, they wanted to believe AJ Lee was, was coming out at number fucking 30.
So let's say you're not gonna have Becky on the show. You didn't spoil Charlotte. That number 30 spot. It could be Charlotte. It could be Becky. It could be AJ Lee. And it would have been Charlotte. It would have been a little disappointing, but at least it would have been like, oh shit. It's not someone we fucking just knew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had an opportunity to just play the same cards, but play them better, and you did not play them the best of your ability.
No, they didn't. Yeah, I mean, again, in my personal opinion, dude, WWE was better off keeping Charlotte a secret and trotting her out there at number 30 because
Would have been a surprise.
yeah, and a lot of people are, excited to see, Nick, and they're happy for Nikki, and I think we all are, man, but Nikki Bella was not your number 30 here, bro.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and again, I think the reaction for her coming out at number 30 kind of told you that.
Yeah.
Told you that a lot of the people, and she did get a bit of a reaction, but at first, when her music first hit, it was kind of, you could feel like a bit of a and then they kind of came up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, she was in a very unfortunate spot, man, where
it really wasn't her. It was kind of the rest of the match.
Yeah. Like I said, people in that building were expecting AJ Lee. I specifically was expecting Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Bella comes out, and again, it kind of just puts her in a bit of an odd spot.
Yeah.
And in a spot where you're just saying, really? Where is Becky?
Where is she?
And again, I'm sure a lot of the people in the arena were like, where is AJ? And again, personally, I did not expect AJ in the match. Just, if at this point, we have to start asking ourselves if we will ever get AJ Lee back, or if she's just happy being retired.
She may as well be.
Yeah, and I know she does a lot of, I know she writes books and stuff, so I'm sure she, has plenty to do,
Exactly.
And if she ever does decide to come back, you bet I'm gonna go nuts, but
I don't expect it.
Exactly.
I'm not clawing for it. I would love it. I'll be there seated, but I'm not gonna be expecting it. You know what I mean? I think she's enjoying where her life is now.
Definitely. So the eliminations in this match, B-Fab was the first to go. She was eliminated by Chelsea Green. Lyra Valkyria was eliminated by Ivy Nile. So obviously we've seen this on Raw, to where we've seen this on Raw where Ivy, Lyra didn't want to give Ivy a title shot, so Lyra told her, if you don't want to give the shot to me, then I'll just have to eliminate you from the Rumble to get it. So, originally in the moment I was like, why didn't Becky eliminate her? But I guess it makes it a little better knowing that, I guess Becky wasn't in the match to eliminate her to begin with. Ivy Nile was then dumped out by Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree was then eliminated by PFC. Wow.
Man.
Zoe Stark was eliminated by Bianca and Naomi. Shayna Baszler was eliminated by Bayley. Sonya Deville was eliminated by Io Sky. Lash Legend was thrown out by Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green was then thrown out by Piper Niven. Jada Parker got thrown out by Jordan Grace. Liv Morgan then eliminated back-to-back Natalya and Alexa Bliss. So that was that. Charlotte Flair would then eliminate Michin and Piper Niven back-to-back. Jordan Grace was dumped out by Julia.
Wonder where that's gonna lead.
Yeah, I think that lands us at NXT Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend.
Which is, it's gonna be a great match, but I would have fast-tracked Jordan Grace to the main roster personally. Do not think she needs a stint in NXT, but Okay, I mean, Mania season is about to be busy, so maybe you do just want to wait till Mania season's over for her to really, shine, because, Charlotte's gonna be shining like Charlotte does. Will be Becky in that big program with Lyra, whenever the fuck they get Becky back. Um, and probably Rhea versus like Io or Bianca, whatever they're doing with that. So maybe it isn't so bad that they're having a little stint in NXT, but please make it little. I do not need her in there for all of 2025 and shit. None of that. Quick little stint, and that's it.
Yeah, I would be so okay with Jordan Grace having again. I wouldn't have sent her to NXT at
No,
all. But
I
if you
wouldn't.
are, what I would do, have her go to Stand and Deliver against Julia, and have Julia beat her,
Mm-hmm.
and then just send Jordan Grace up to the main roster. Because NXT's women's division has so many good pieces. It's hard for me. It's just hard for me to think that Triple H is going to let all of them be down there, which obviously,
Yeah.
he's about to pluck Roxanne,
Mm-hmm.
but then still down there, you have Julia, Jordan Grace, and Stephanie Vecker.
That's a big list.
And then obviously Jada Parker
Um,
is still down there. Lola Vice is there. So, it's hard for me to think that he's gonna let all of them sit down there for an extended period of time,
yeah.
unless they go the other route and fast track the women's title off of Julia,
Get
put it
her
on
up.
Jordan Grace, and call Julia up.
Maybe that, but I'm not too sure to be honest.
Yeah, so it looks like Jordan Grace is going to NXT, which personally, man, I would have had her eliminate Chelsea Green,
Yeah.
and I would have built towards
That.
Chelsea Green versus Jordan Grace, because I think Jordan Grace would look absolutely incredible with that women's US championship.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was that. Zelina Vega would be dumped out by Nia Jax. Candice LeRae would be dumped out by Trish Stratus. And now we're getting to the point in the match that I was telling you guys about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women at the same fucking time.
Just pile themselves on top of each other over the rope for some reason.
They are just, I mean, they are hanging upside down. They're draped on the ropes. I mean, I didn't know if these were human beings or fucking vines on a fence.
Literally.
They're all hanging there, and Nia fucking Jax, of all people, and again, why didn't you give something like this to like a Jordan Grace?
Jordan Grace or Piper Niven. Somebody that just can take that spot that hasn't got that spot before.
I feel like it's every single year that Nia Jax ends up getting the most eliminations in the Royal Rumble match.
It's like so lame, dude. It's so lame. It's so played out.
I mean, it's like when I was a kid and every year Big Show came into the Royal Rumble, they said, "Oh, well, I think I just got my winner. Nobody can dump him over the top rope," as if they didn't, as he's never
No.
even won a Rumble.
Yeah.
He's been dumped over the top rope every single year. What are you talking about? It's the same thing with Nia Jax. It's just like almost a guarantee. Every year she comes in and she's always the most, always has the most eliminations.
Mm-hmm. It's so lame and so overdone.
She dumped out 6 fucking people
At once.
in this match. At once. One of which a lot of people wanted to see win the match.
Yeah.
And I never understood, if WWE has a strong dark horse, why they don't automatically put them in at least the final 5 or the final 4, just to keep the string of unpredictability as long as you possibly can.
Yep. As long as you can. Nope.
And who I'm talking about here is Io Sky. Io Sky was one of the 6 casualties. Wait, did I count that wrong? Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's 7 women.
Good lord.
Not 6. She dumped 7 women over the rope at the same fucking time. Trish Stratus, Raquel Rodriguez, Stephanie Vaquer, Io Sky, Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Liv Morgan.
Good Lord.
Bianca, I think, is another name, being that we just seen the report of
Big possible plans for her at WrestleMania.
yes, we've seen the Rhea Ripley match was being discussed. So you dumped out Bianca Belair and Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer at the same time, along with, again, like I said, 7 women at the same time. Nia Jax dumped over the top rope. I mean, are we fucking stupid or what? I mean, how ridiculous was that?
So goddamn ridiculous.
Like, that, again, just really irritated me. Julia would then be dumped over by Roxanne Perez, which obviously, that makes sense because of the, I believe the Vengeance Day match. I want to say it's Julia versus Bailey versus Roxanne. I want to say.
I think it is, yeah.
Bailey was dumped over by Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella was then dumped over by Nia Jax.
No way.
And Nia Jax was dumped over by Charlotte Flair. And a few short seconds later, Charlotte Flair, because the last two now are Roxanne and Charlotte, she dumps Roxanne over the top. Why they couldn't have had Charlotte Flair and Roxanne kind of go back and forth for a couple minutes, again, just to give it a little bit of unpredictability, I have no idea. Because, we all know, Triple H is, I'm sure, we all, not Triple H, we all know Shawn Michaels loves Roxanne. Who's to say that Roxanne couldn't have been a dark horse, which, again, we all knew Charlotte was winning this, but again, at least try to make it a little bit, unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't understand that, but nonetheless, your winner is Charlotte Flair, and I think we all envisioned this would happen. I think that we, I don't think there was a doubt in any of our minds who was going to take home this Royal Rumble, man. So
yeah,
it's obviously not going to be Rhea Ripley. It is going to be Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton in a match that came to the surprise of absolutely nobody.
No one at all. Very, very obvious winner, and match was okay. It had its good moments, it had some bad moments, but overall it was fine. And the winner was very predictable, but I've seen worse, so I'm not too mad.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I mean it's like Sir K said, you couldn't have gotten too upset with this just off the fact alone that I think everybody and their mother expected Charlotte to win, so it didn't really come as a surprise to me at all. But it just sucks that WWE just has to go back to same old.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved Io versus Rhea at WrestleMania. I think that would have been a tremendous WrestleMania match, but it sucks. Like, you can't really, it's hard to get mad at it anymore. I mean, we've been watching Charlotte Flair, be on top of the division for damn near 11 years at this point, but like I said, it's hard to, be upset about it because we've been watching it so long. It's just something I wish WWE would fucking move on from.
I really wish.
Yeah, I mean, Charlotte is, a good performer, man, but just to constantly, give her these accolades and these title matches, it's just something that's just so just played out, and it's just it's something we've seen 1,000 times over. So
yeah, it's just it's the generic Charlotte comes back, does a bunch of winning, and that's it, man. Got to see it every time.
Yeah, so that was the Women's Rumble. And the next match on the show was for the WWE Tag Team Championships.
Um,
Well, guys, they did not tweak.
no tweaking at all. No glory NXT tag team days of everyone was saying DIY and Revival too. It was not.
This was
It happened.
you know, just and it felt to me, as soon as things maybe started to, I
Pick
guess,
up.
really get going, it ended in the most what the hell way possible.
Oh, second those gears started pinning, you just put a wrench right in them and
Yes.
just stopped them.
Yes, that's exactly what
You
happened.
fucking went right. You were on the highway going like 70, and you just take your fucking transmission and throw it in neutral and just hit the fucking brakes on it. You just completely destroyed your transmission, man, because fuck it, eh? You just started to pick up. I was like, okay, they lit the fire and you put it out. Instant.
Yeah, that's almost exactly what happened here. The tag team titles finally got on pay-per-view, and it fucking ended because of the Street Profits.
Just coming in and just fucking over MCMG for some reason.
Well, it started off with some good double team offense, and DIY ended up taking the first fall for a fake tag spot. So that was good. You know, Ciampa went to go for the tag. Gargano had his hand out, took his hand away, you know, but still got in the ring as if he got tagged. Shelley didn't notice it, ate a knee from Ciampa, and went down for the first fall. A little bit later in the match, Chris Sabin would hit a beautiful crossbody on the outside to Gargano and Ciampa. Motor City Machine Guns would then get, I want to say it was Johnny Gargano in the ring for a Skull and Bones for a near fall, or sorry, for their first fall. So now we're 2-2. And now we're 2-2. Ciampa would get Sabin up for the fairy tale ending, and Gargano would hit him with a super kick while he was in fairy tale ending position to then get him set up and hit him with the Project Ciampa for a near fall. It was great to see him do that. I haven't seen him do that in forever.
I'm telling you.
So yes, that was a near fall. They would a little bit later on, Motor City Machine Guns would bridge Ciampa up into. They would bridge Tommaso Ciampa up into the Tree of Woe and do a jumping corner drop kick to Ciampa that looked beautiful. They would then hit Tommaso Ciampa with a power bomb blockbuster combination for a near fall. They would go for a second Skull and Bones, and you would then see somebody in a black hoodie hop on the apron and distract the ref. The ref being distracted, another guy in a black hoodie smacked Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley in the back with a crutch. DIY would then hit Meet in the Middle and win the match. And the guys under the hoodies would obviously be the fucking Street Profits. The dead ass, boring ass Street fucking Profits.
Profits. Okay.
Way to fucking kill that ending.
Literally.
And then Gargano and Ciampa are on the outside of the ring. They're on the outside of the ring, and the Street Profits attack them. Wade Barrett says, clear as day, this makes no sense to me.
Me either.
One of the other announcers, I think it might have been Michael Cole. No, it was Wade.
Yeah.
Wade says the Street Profits did this for revenge, to take the titles off DIY, or to take the championships from DIY. So you help them win the fucking match?
For some reason, like, what?
So you want revenge on DIY, and you want to take the titles off of them, so you help them win this.
Okay. And you could play it up as like, oh, we want to take it from them ourselves. You couldn't have said that on commentary, alluded to that. You literally alluded to them just wanting them to lose it, and then by helping them win. Thanks. Thanks for clearing that up. What?
So, fuck the Motor City Machine Guns, I guess, said the Street Profits. What the hell was that? Who gives a shit about the Street Profits?
Literally.
I mean, what? Okay, all right. I guess they want to take the titles off DIY. So, I guess in the crosshairs, I guess let's just fuck over Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, let's just make everyone look bad for some reason. I guess so.
Which the Profits and Motor City Machine Guns are both babyface tag teams. Why the Street Profits, kayfabe, maybe wouldn't have wanted to help them win so they can, have a
guarantee that match for them because they're baby faces.
Yeah, they could have did the whole babyface. I don't know. They could have did the whole babyface. We want to face you guys thing.
I'm not afraid, so let's do it.
Let's just blatantly fuck over Motor City Machine Guns and help DIY win the titles or retain the titles, and then attack DIY. And this damn near fell to absolutely no reaction, dude, from the audience. The Street Profits absolutely killed anything that Motor City Machine Guns and DIY would have started.
Yeah.
In this match whatsoever.
Literally, dude, just killed it all.
It was such a fucking lame and dead ending to that match. And again, the match itself was, again, it almost at that point in the match it seemed like maybe they were going to start picking it up a little bit. And it honestly wasn't even a horrible match with the time they were given. Obviously the downfall of this match, I think, was that it was just a little rushed.
Yeah, you can't. When they had bangers back in NXT, when DIY would have bangers, when any tag team would have bangers, that match would be 30 minutes, 25 minutes, upwards of 40 minutes. And you're not obviously giving them that time here, so you kind of have to book around that.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving them 40 minutes for, because you got all the other shit you got to fucking get in there. So you gotta fucking book your match pacing better for these tag matches.
Yeah. Or again, if you're gonna do a 2 out of 3 falls match, you need to be prepared to give whoever's in said 2 out of 3 falls match 30 minutes.
Exactly.
In my opinion, you shouldn't have done a 2 out of 3 falls match if you were gonna give them 14 minutes.
No.
Because if this was 14 minutes of some nice ass near falls, I think this would have been a lot better. But 2 out of 3 falls matches are always end up not being good because somebody takes a fall fucking 3 minutes into the match and then another one at like the 8-minute mark.
And all I wonder is, damn, why wouldn't they be able to do that in a normal match then? You know, the whole point of a false count anywhere, it goes as long as you can because you start to wear out. You start to lose your edge that deep into a match.
Yeah.
Boom, the shit starts happening. But you can't really have a short 2 out of 3 falls match and it be really successful.
Yeah. So the Street Profits came out there and again, just blatantly fucked over Motor City Machine Guns because they wanted to take the titles from DIY. So I guess they're gonna attempt to get their wish, which I don't know. I mean, I'd be um the I guess. All
Yeah.
right, maybe you could put them on pay-per-view. I doubt they do it, but the Street Profits and DIY, and it doesn't sound like a bad match. I can't say I'm interested in the Street Profits, but I mean, it is what it. Maybe we get a triple threat match with these 3 tag teams. Maybe that could work. But yeah, I mean, the inclusion of the Street Profits was just very blah to
Yeah.
me.
They just did not help the match at all.
So yeah, that was that. That was that, and that was that, man. And yeah, that is yeah, that was the tag team title match. Like I said, the match was okay for what it was. I honestly thought the downfall of it was the 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
Because again, you can't have a 14-minute 2 out of 3 falls match. The
No.
pacing's going to be weird because again, somebody's getting pinned 4 minutes into the match.
And you're just shrugging your shoulders like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then somebody's pinned again another 4 minutes into the match, and then another fall happens, and again, like I said, if you're gonna have a 2 out of 3 falls match, then you need to give this DIY in revival time.
Exactly.
So yeah, I thought the match would have been a lot better paced if all of the falls we seen here were nice ass near fall spots. I thought that would have got the crowd going a lot better, and I thought the pacing would have been better if this was just a regular tag team match, because do not give somebody 2 out of 3 falls if you are not prepared to give them 30 minutes.
Exactly.
So yeah. That was that. Like I said, it wasn't horrible. It's just the Street Profits were there, and I just don't really find the Street Profits as that much of an intriguing act. So for them to be a huge part in the ending to this fell a little flat to me.
100%.
And the next match for the WWE Championship.
Man.
Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. And if you need something to get you as amped up as this match got all of us, W fucking Energy, man. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics, formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W Energy is a clean formula that is sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams per serving. You can get your W Energy products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase. Shout out W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP.
Truly. Thank you, W. Whether you guys needed to stay up during Dynamite, work, at the gym, try W, and it'll keep you awake.
There it is, man. Wow.
Man, this match was something else.
You put Kevin Owens in a match at the Royal Rumble, and you are fucking guaranteed a banger match. Is what you are guaranteed with Kevin Owens. Every single time this dude has a match at the Royal Rumble, it is one of the most memorable things you get to see all year.
Oh, 100%.
Think of the last time this guy was in a championship match at the a world championship match at the Royal Rumble. It was against Roman Reigns. He had the one he had the one last year against Logan Paul for the U.S. title, which actually was the best thing on the undercard.
It was.
That was a really good match. Roman Reigns, and the year before that with Roman Reigns, and that ending, that bloodline betrayal of Sami Zayn ending. Good God. How awesome was that?
One of the best Rumble moments ever. Probably the.
Man. Holy shit. They gave Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes, and they gave him a ladder, and this man absolutely went to work. Cody Rhodes came out with a nice jacket. He didn't come out with his usual Homelander cape.
No.
Looked very nice.
It was a nice, clean jacket, and it looked great. He had a great attire tonight. A lot of people had great attires tonight.
Yes. The match starts off, and early on, Kevin Owens body slams Cody Rhodes onto the hinges of an open ladder.
Right.
These guys then are fighting in the crowd. They're fighting in the crowd. Owens slams Cody's head into the camera. He slams Cody's head into the camera. These guys start, setting up ladders, and they're setting up ladders by the announce table, and they're bringing out ladders. They brought out the Hornswoggle ladder.
They did.
If anybody remembers the old tadpole splash, that Hornswoggle used to do, yes, that ladder, the ladder that he used to do that off of. These guys would be fighting on the ladder, and Cody would then Owens would end up sweeping his legs off, and Cody would swing around the ring as the championships and Cody swung back and forth. He ends up getting his feet on the other side, on the opposing side of the ladder. Owens would then grab him off the ladder in a power bomb, which looked sweet. Kevin Owens would then be suplexed on a standing up ladder.
Man.
Oh, fuck.
That was insane.
That hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I know that hurt.
That most definitely fucking hurt.
The last time we seen a back bump, the last time I had that kind of reaction for a back bump in WWE, it brought me back to that Hell in a Cell one, where McIntyre went for the Claymore and
just landed,
and literally lumbar first landed right on the fucking steel steps. That just looked
brutal,
awful.
Mm-hmm.
So Owens is suplexed on the ladder. A little bit later in the match, Cody used the bottom rung of the ladder as almost like a lead pipe.
Yeah.
He used it. Kevin Owens would then be back body dropped on a ladder from Cody Rhodes. And Cody would then get power bombed onto a ladder that was set up, bridged in the corner. Damn near head first.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Brutal.
Yes, and Owens, so they had a ladder in the ring, and the bridged ladder was the ladder that Owens took his back bump off of, which again, then down the stretch, he would then give the back body drop, or the power bomb to Cody on the ladder in the corner. A little bit later, dude, Kevin Owens would get Cody Rhodes on the second rope and give this man a fisherman suplex on that same bridged ladder,
man,
to a huge, huge pop from the audience. At this point, WWE officials are running out there to check on both guys. Nick Aldis is out there. All the refs are out there. Jason Jordan's out there. Okay. Everybody's out there. Out comes Sami Zayn.
Man.
All right. Out comes Sami Zayn to check on both guys. He checks on Owens. He then goes over and kind of peeks his head over at Cody. He kind of peeks his head over at Cody, and he is, everybody's just, crowding around these guys, waiting for both of them to get up, seeing if they're okay. They end up both getting on the outside of the ring, and these two start hitting each other. Cody absolutely decides to just go the fuck off at this point in the match. He starts slamming Owens' head, bouncing it like a fucking basketball off the announce table. He then
Hopefully, he didn't bounce it in his face.
picks him up off the announce table, throws this man hard as hell into the ring post. Now Owens is bloody.
Busted open.
Owens is bloody, man. These guys then bring their fight to the top of the announce table, which they're standing right by a bridged ladder. And Owens goes for a package pile driver as Sami Zayn is standing there being held back by a referee. He goes for a package pile driver on Cody Rhodes on the outside of the ring. He was able to do that, I forgot to mention, because he low blowed Cody Rhodes and then got him in package pile drive position. Cody Rhodes then picks up, gets out of that position, picks Owens up in what I originally thought. I thought he was going to give him a dead eye, which is,
would have been insane.
Yes, which obviously is, a form of a pile driver. I thought he was going to go that route. I thought he was going to give him a dead eye. That was not the case. This man, Cody Rhodes, swings Kevin Owens onto the fucking ladder with an Alabama slam. And Owens is, the way Owens landed, this man was folded like a fucking pretzel in that ladder.
Picture perfect. Insanely brutal.
Dude, this guy's head was through 2 rungs of the ladder. To the and his body is again complete. His just legs are behind his head. This man is folded like a pretzel. At this point in the match, Sami pushes the ref out of the way, and you can hear him yelling Kevin, and he runs over to check on KO. But Sir K, man, in Kevin Owens' mind, was that a little too late to come check on him or to come to his aid?
I think so. I really think it was too late. He just stood there and watched as his boy got brutalized, and I don't think KO is going to be too happy about that, man. Obviously, spoiler, we didn't see him come in the Rumble and, fuck over Sami or nothing. So, I think on Raw, SmackDown, whichever show they, more focused do this on, because it's 2 guys from different brands, and technically after the day the whatever the fuck it called is ended, the transfer window is ended. Can't get enough on that tonight. But
I honestly do think, though,
it's one of them brands.
I honestly do think on Monday and Friday, we're just gonna see a bunch of people pop up. They're gonna be like, they were a part of the final moves of the transfer window.
Yeah,
I just know it.
Final moves that they were making in the back. That bullshit, man. But I think it was too late, and I think we're gonna see those 2 interact. And I think when they interact next time again, I think KO is gonna start it off as it being okay, and then he's just gonna instantly snap on him. I think he's gonna play it up as okay. You did what you could, whatever. But it's gonna be such an unsettling moment, because I know he's gonna do some shit to Sami and ask him why didn't you do nothing? Or he's gonna play it up all nice and then ask him what happened? It's just gonna be so unsettling, and it's gonna be great, dude. And I think it's obvious where those 2 are going.
Yes, I think it is very obvious where we are headed, because in the grand scheme of things, and again, Owens is not wrong.
It's not. He could have helped him. He very well could have helped him in that one.
He literally just stood there
and watched
him get absolutely brutalized through this ladder off of an Alabama slam. And Owens is sitting in another position where he is not wrong.
It's not wrong at the end of the day.
Yes, he is not wrong at all. And but Sammy is in the position where he's also not wrong, and he was just simply letting a one-on-one match be a one-on-one match.
Yeah. So,
You know? So but obviously we all know how Owens is gonna look at that, and that does not that does not bode well for Sami Zayn.
it really does not.
So yeah, that was that. I totally agree with Logan, man. This was one of the best one-on-one ladder matches that I can remember in recent memory.
Oh yeah. Insanely, dude. That ending shot of fucking Sammy just holding a bloody ass KO while fucking Cody is standing on the fucking announce table celebrating. Phenomenal shot.
Yeah, and one thing I really love about that shot is we're starting to see a bit of a different Cody Rhodes.
Cody didn't instantly, win and then run to KO and be like, "Oh man,
I'm sorry.
No."
Yeah.
He really didn't give a fuck about Cody after that. He won and was basically like, "Yeah, I fucking told you I was gonna do this." It's a different side of Cody that I'm so glad we're finally getting, man. Because this man, he's got a demon in him, and it's finally just peeking out here and there, man, and I love it.
Yes, and I just love I love because obviously Cody's character is very company man, but I love seeing him show more of that.
Just human.
Yes, I love him. I just love him showing more of that, just getting pissed off
Mm-hmm.
and not giving a fuck and just being just
Doing what he does.
yeah, letting it out when he has to, bro. But yeah, this was, man, I honestly I don't remember a lot of one-on-one ladder matches in recent memory. The last one that really sticks out to me
Couldn't tell you.
is Cody versus Sammy Guevara from 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, that was a ladder match. That was good.
That one was a fucking phenomenal one-on-one ladder match, but and then the other one that really sticks out to me would be um the Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler match.
Oh yeah.
But that was in 2014. But those are just some that stick out to me as good one-on-one ladder matches. But this was the last one. Yeah, since probably Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. So
I would probably say.
yeah, because I don't remember a lot of too memorable ones, unless I'm really forgetting one.
No, definitely.
But yeah, no, this was fucking fantastic. I loved every bit of this, and I loved what they did with the whole Kevin Owens just knowing Sami Zayn would have his back because that's his best friend and he always helps his people, and he had Roman Reigns' back, so you're gonna have my back, right? And Sammy stood there and
I
watched.
just stood there and watched, and in ways you can't blame Sammy, but KO has his reasons to blame Sammy.
Oh, 100%.
That's what makes it so good.
Because Kevin is going to say you would have helped Roman Reigns if he was in that position. Because Sammy did help Roman Reigns a lot. And along with the Usos, Sami Zayn did help Roman Reigns in a lot of beatdowns from Solo's bloodline. So, again, although Sammy technically, isn't 100% wrong because he was just letting a one-on-one match be a one-on-one match. He was. But at the end of the day, Kevin, in his mind is going to say, you would have helped Roman Reigns. If you seen Roman Reigns about to get, just absolutely destroyed through a ladder right there, you would have helped him. And you stood there and watched.
Look at the Royal Rumble. He helped Roman up at points. He got him up, and they did their stuff. And
let me ask you, who was Sammy eliminated by?
one of his boy. Sammy's in a position where he's trying to please everybody. In the process of trying to please everybody, you're pleasing nobody, and you're just making accidental enemies everywhere you go because you're just trying to please everybody. Sami Zayn is Tony Khan. and he's
I was just gonna make that joke. I was just gonna. Damn it.
he's Tony Khan, to where he's trying to do his hardest to please everybody, and you can't do that, and that's just gonna piss off everybody. And who they're gonna be pissed at? You. And it's a great story and a great just character story they're telling with Sammy. And I love the way this shit is going, man. Going in a great direction here. Very interesting to see how this plays out. Even with Jay, because there's that element, and then with KO, it's about to be crazy, man. And I really like what they did. I just do it so slow. Yeah, I really like what they did in this match. This match was phenomenal, dude. Another one where WWE is just having those banger ass brutal matches where you're just cringing the whole time at the pain of it. And why are you moving so? But fucking phenomenal, dude. Great match here. This was overall the most satisfying match of the night, I would say. I would think the beginning half and or near the end of the Royal Rumble would probably be my favorite like match part of the night. But in terms of start to finish, ending, everything, I would say this was my match of the night personally.
Yeah. Logan. Dude.
Logan, thank you, bro.
There was a part in the pre-show where it was probably about 30 minutes until the show started, and Michael Cole's like, oh, Big E just ran off of the pre-show, and I'm like, oh my God. Dude, that was another huge missed opportunity. How the fuck did you... The 1 year I'm okay with you putting both of the members of the New Day in the Royal Rumble...
You don't do any of them.
You put nobody in the... Like, you didn't think New Day Heat in front of 60K would have been, like, fucking awesome for them?
You put Mike the Mid in the match and not the fucking New Day when they've been having crazy heat. You put fucking Otis in the match. You put so many fucking people in the match and you didn't do anything with this New Day story. Anything. That Big E fucking countdown and hit of the theme song would have been crazy, dude. Fucking crazy.
We got Miz. We got Braun fucking Strowman in this match.
Strowman, Miz, fucking Santos at this point would have been a better person to fucking keep in. Well, I would have rather had some of these people. All these people, dude. You had so many people you could have slotted him in there, and you didn't. That's crazy work to me.
That is absolutely insane work, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That just...
Imagine the Dominic spot, but with one of the members of the New Day.
Oh yeah.
That shit would have been insane, bro. And I like the Dominic spot. That's a spot I like. I like how they did that.
Yeah, I liked it.
That spot, but with one of the members of the New Day.
It just comes out to just silence because obviously, you know, they don't like the New Day theme song anymore, so they come out to no music.
Yeah.
You know, that dude,
like
that would have been brilliant if you would have trotted chin strap, no mustache, Kofi fucking Kingston out there exactly where you put Dominic.
Oh,
that would have been golden.
Heat to the fucking moon, man. I mean, it would have been crazy. It would have been great, and you did nothing with that whole New Day story this entire night. Very lackluster in that regard.
We got a couple of you guys in here. Jumpin' Jeff. What up, bro?
How you doing, man? Thanks for joining.
And of course, our boy, Lonnie.
What's up, man?
How are you, man? What's my opinion on the Rumble? You want to go first, bro? We went in depth in the beginning, but we'll give our brief opinion since you just got here.
Overall, I like the match. That first half, they picked a lot of good people, and it was a good moment with good people coming in. It wasn't until like the very end, the last 10 people, where those eliminations just went downhill, man. After Logan Paul got in at number 30 for some godforsaken reason, once those like heavy eliminations started, fucking Priest eliminating Drew, all that type of stuff, Punk getting eliminated by fucking Logan Paul, that was the killer for me. And personally, I was not a big fan of Jey Uso winning. I was very disappointed. I like Jey. Again, gotta preference that. I like Jey. This wasn't the spot for Jey. And at the end, I was really disappointed in the ending completely. The match itself, I will say I was satisfied. It was a fun, well produced match up until that last final stretch. But what about you, man?
Same thing. Same thing, man. Yeah, just briefly, I agree with what a lot of Sir K said. I was I love the match. I thought it was an awesome Royal Rumble. It's just that ending stretch. As soon as Punk got dumped out,
It was.
it was just what the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But no, man, I thought personally, I thought the final two should have been Punk and Cena. That's very unpredictable. A lot of people had Cena winning this, and a lot of people had Punk winning this, and I thought that would have been very unpredictable, but still a good direction.
Yeah.
Jey Uso winning, I personally just have no interest in seeing Jey versus Gunther at WrestleMania. I know a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys like the decision, and hey, that's fine. We can all have our opinions, but that just to me, in my opinion, dude, is just that's just a weak ass world title match for WrestleMania, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I felt about it. But yeah, I mean, I wanted Punk. I wanted Punk to win, but so Punk still does have his favor. So
whatever that is, but
so that's definitely going to be something to look forward to. I personally would have what I would have done for this whole WrestleMania stretch, bro, is Cena wins the Chamber. I would have had him go on to face and lose to Cody Rhodes. I would have had him lose to Cody. I want to preference that. I would have had him lose to Cody. I would have had Punk win the Rumble, and I would have done Punk, Gunther, and Rollins at Mania. That's what I would have done, but
and I would have Gunther retain due to the distraction. Those two obviously being kind of more focused on each other. And then, Gunther would go on, and I think you dropped the ball for me. At least so far, obviously, we're going to get the whole Mania season. We're going to get the whole picture painted. But right now, the outlines you drew, I'm not a fan of it personally yet. I could always, and I hope I'm proven wrong, because I very well may be. But so far, not satisfied with that ending and that setup for Mania.
Yeah, I hope they do change my mind.
I hope they do. I hope they prove me wrong, man. I really fucking hope they do.
It's just, to me, I don't know how you don't have CM Punk win that.
No, I really don't. I think that's such a waste, especially you can't do it next year, so what the fuck you doing?
Unless they plan for him to be a world champ next year. Have him.
It could be. Maybe it's Seth next year another time. Maybe whoever may be facing Punk next. Maybe all the Seth stuff's already done. Maybe it's Drew. Maybe he gets his. You never know who it could be. So maybe he is a champ by next year.
Yeah, but we'll get to all that here in just a second. But yeah, those are just my brief thoughts on it.
Definitely.
But I love Jey.
I love Jey. I do,
Jey, man. And through all this ranting, I really don't want that to get lost.
No, I really do love Jey. He's great. The Yeet stuff, hilarious. The entrance really is deserved, man. But dog, this isn't the spot.
No, it's not. But yes, this was the Cody Rhodes match and the ladder match with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Amazing match, and it was just it was just a very memorable one of the more memorable one-on-one ladder matches that we've seen in a minute. But now, to get in depth on the men's Royal Rumble match.
Man.
Well, actually, before this, it is worth noting that WWE have announced WWE Evolve. It is going to be a show that I'm assuming is for their WWE ID people. And it looks very low key. It almost looks a little bit like FCW.
Yeah, it does. It looks like early FCW.
100%. It looks cool, and I'm excited for the ID talent or whatever talent that gets you know,
Kylie Ray.
that ends up getting. Oh yeah, she is an. I always forget she's an ID talent.
Oh, literally.
So I'm excited for the people that are gonna get a chance to be on there and do their thing, man. So yeah,
Very exciting. I like how they brought back the Evolve name and identity and whatnot. I think it's a good way to bring that back. And very exciting for all these up and coming people, man. I like what they're doing with it.
yes, definitely, bro. All right, well, the match starts off with Rey Mysterio. The match starts off with Rey Mysterio. Rey comes in at number 1. And did anybody have a doubt in their mind who number 2 is going to be?
When Ray came out as number 1, we all knew who number 2 was going to be. And man,
Booyaka.
man, did they present him well. Very much well.
Penta. Yes. Pentagon came out in a bright blue gear.
Amazing gear for Penta.
He looked great. And don't be surprised if you see blue Penta masks on the shop very soon.
I would not be surprised at all.
Rey and Pentagon start the match at 1 and 2. Number 3 was Chad Gable. Okay.
Ride the gatekeep.
He's got a gate. You know he's got a gatekeep. Number 4 and 5 were from SmackDown. That was Carmelo Hayes and Santos Escobar.
Sure. No Trick tonight too.
Nobody for damn near nobody. No Obafemi or Trick.
No men's NXT like just appearances.
I don't fucking blame him.
I mean, I don't blame him, but
I mean, I definitely would have. You know, I wouldn't have ever thought about putting Ridge Holland in there. But like, you know, a Trick or an Oba, I thought would have been, which further goes to my prediction that there is seriously a possibility we could see Obafemi stuck in NXT for the remainder of 2025.
Oh, 100%. We're definitely seeing him stuck there, man. But
because the way Sean likes to do it, if you look at what he did with the women, he did not give up Roxanne until there's absolute replenishable people to fill her spots. Now that he has Julia and Vacker and now Jordan Grace, now he'll give Roxanne up. He's going to do that with the men too, man. And I could see Trick being brought up, but you just know he's going to hold on to them as long as he possibly can.
Exactly. As long as fucking possible.
1000%. 1000%. Yeah, I believe Penta was the longest standing person in the Rumble this year at like 40 minutes.
I think
like 41 or 42 minutes. I think he was at. So, Carmelo and Santos were number 5 and 6. Number 4 and 5. Number 6 was Otis.
Okay.
And number 7 was the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker.
Man.
What do you even say, dude? I mean, this guy is just a fucking stud. Can we please get him on television?
Literally, not in the fucking Mariah May spot where it's just backstage interviews. Get this man in the ring more, or just better.
I have had enough of backstage Braun.
Exactly. I'm sick of it.
Get this dude, this guy, to prove my point, literally went viral tonight.
Literally.
And you didn't have him on the debut Raw on Netflix.
Like, bro, come on, man. Come the fuck on. He's such a great, immense fucking talent that you need to showcase more than you do.
Braun is absolutely tweaking. Number 8 was Akira Tozawa. I was about to blow a fucking gasket because what the fuck is that? Tozawa gets beat up by Carmelo Hayes, who just got eliminated at this point. And they carry him to the back. Triple H is there stressed. I don't know if he was stressed thinking about doing Jey Uso and Gunther for a fourth time at this year's WrestleMania, or if he was stressed about Akira Tozawa being out of the match. He was stressed. He says, "We need somebody. We need somebody." Mm-hmm. He's looking around gorilla position, and he glazed his eyes right over Michael P.S. Hayes, and he put his eyes on Speed. He put his eyes on I Show Speed. He walks up to Speed and he says, Speed, you got to go. You got to go out there. You're next. You're number 8. Speed says, what you talking about? He walks out there with his Suey shirt and he runs to the ring. He helps Braun Breaker eliminate Otis. He daps up with Braun Breaker, starts celebrating, and at this point I'm laughing
because you just see Braun charging up,
because I see Braun Breaker take that first step, take that first little gallop before he hits the ropes, and I just knew where this was going. And this guy hits the ropes about 4 or 5 fucking times and absolutely levels,
destroys. I'm talking full 23 miles per hour straight into Speed.
Levels the fuck out of Speed. Speed actually got canvas burn on his leg from that spear. And if you watch the footage from the angle that they shot it at, the original angle was trash, but they did show a replay at a way better angle, and this fucking guy's head absolutely just like it looked like it got detached from his body for a split second there. This man got leveled by Braun Breaker, and this is how you do a celebrity cameo. Not by having the celebrity bury one of your talents, but by putting one of your talents over.
Exactly, in shocking fashion. Have put the celebrity out there, showcase them a little, have your guy that you want decimate that person, and all parties look great. It's shocking. It shocks the random casuals that are fans of Speed that never watch. They're like, oh shit, who's that? And everyone looks great in that scenario, and everyone looked phenomenal, and Braun looked like a demon.
Yes, and this was one of the better and honestly, dude, every time Speed has been involved, he's been very generous.
He does.
To taking...
He'll take a fucking bump.
Dude, does anybody remember when Randy Orton gut kicked this dude at WrestleMania when he was dressed as a Prime bottle? I mean,
the fuck out of him.
Dude, he just clobbered that man. And then he took a RKO at WrestleMania. I mean, Speed is very generous with taking these just gnarly bumps, man, because every fucking time I see this guy take a bump, I'm like, ooh, that didn't look good. So Braun Breaker then picks Speed up, gorilla press position, throws him over the top. Otis catches him and gives this man a fall away slam on the announce table. And holy shit, man. I mean, what?
Straight back, bounced off the fucking announce table onto the fucking announce chairs.
Oh my.
Brutal spot. I dead ass thought Otis saved him to put him back in the match.
That's what I thought he was going to do too.
Then his just, I did not expect that at all. Fucking brutal spot after brutal spot. So you gotta give him credit, bro. Speed, he was taking them bumps.
Yes. Yes, he was. Number 9 was Sheamus. Number 10 was Big Jim. Jimmy Uso.
Great to see.
Number 11 was Andrade. Number 12 was Jacob Fatu.
Ooh. Goated. Man is a demon.
Somebody just please, bro.
He was in that box, bro, man. That man is a demon.
He was in that fucking box, bro.
He was in it.
This man did, at this point in the match, this dude did a face-off with Pentagon. He did an epic face-off with Braun. Dude, did you guys see Braun Breaker's face
Coming up behind him.
When Braun has that just pissed look on his face, he looks so menacing.
He does, dude.
He looks so, dude, oh man. That's going to be a future WrestleMania main event right there.
That is, dude.
That is a future WrestleMania main event waiting to happen.
That's going to be insane.
Braun Breaker, he did a face-off with, I want to say he did a face-off with Sheamus here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Number 13 was Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser is waiting on the outside of the ring to be smart about it. And he gets in the ring and lasts for about 30 seconds and gets eliminated by Pentagon.
Instantly.
Which is the hinting, or from what we've heard, this is what is going to be his first feud. So I guess it makes sense, but yeah, I mean, what a waste of a spot. But I mean, not really, I guess, if they're gonna, further this on television. I just hope that doesn't last too long, because I want to see Pentagon doing some different stuff by the time we get to Mania, so, which I think he will.
I think no matter what, he's going to go for Braun at Mania. I think this is going to be one of his steps to get to Braun.
Number 14 is The Miz. Nice.
Bro was cheesing on SmackDown over his number, and it's fucking 14. Okay. Good luck, buddy.
Number 15. Say his name, and he appears.
Hey.
From TNA. The only guy from TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Was TNA's world champion, actually.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry.
Looked great. Huge pop.
Yes. Dude, huge ovation for Joe Hendry as WWE is licking their chops, foaming at the fucking mouth for this guy to be out of TNA and
into their company.
Yes, on WWE contract. So this man got a great reaction. They were singing his song. And it was great. It was absolutely great. Joe gets in the ring, and Sheamus is so lit for Joe Hendry. He's standing
in the corner, just a fucking huge smile on his face.
He's clapping along with Joe Hendry's do-do-ch. So Sheamus is standing in the ring, and he's clapping. He's clapping along, and Hendry got leveled by Jacob Fatu, and Sheamus was very pissed. He walks up to Jacob Fatu. He says, "What the hell is wrong with you? I was enjoying that." So Sheamus was lit for.
He was a fan.
He was a huge fan of Joe Hendry. Number 16, very shockingly, was Roman Reigns.
Bro, came in early. Came in way earlier than I would have thought of, man.
I thought Roman Reigns would not come into this match until the 20s for sure.
At least. He came in at 16, man, so hey, he was willing to put in that work, man.
Yeah, he was. He absolutely was, man. Roman gets in the ring, man, and he has a face-off with Fatu. He went at it with Joe Hendry for a little bit, and he got decked by Braun Breaker on a spear.
Fucking, that man Braun put his life into that spear and fucking basically speared the top of his head. Just brutal ass spear. Looked phenomenal.
Yeah. Man, decked Roman Reigns on that spear. And again, Roman was bumping for people and doing all types of stuff, man. He is more giving than people think.
Exactly. It was always just Vince that just made him the burial machine, man. But he can make people look great.
Yes, he can. And he made Braun look incredible.
He did.
He made Braun look incredible there. Number 17 was Drew McIntyre. Another one that kind of surprised me and a little early.
Yeah.
Number 18 was Finn Balor.
Didn't even know it was him.
I had no idea it was him.
I thought it was an Aphraxium coming out because I just see F and then a bunch of letters I couldn't make out, and then I just see Finn Balor. I'm like, okay.
Right before it almost felt like right before it clicked in my brain, they showed him on the thing on the screen, and I was like, oh wow, Finn.
That's Finn Balor, I guess.
Okay, you just lose to Damian Priest, and
You're just there.
You're just back as Finn Balor,
Just
doing
normal.
just normal heel Balor Judgment Day. Please end this fucking group, dude.
Please just destroy this group, man. Please.
Yeah. Number 19 was the US champ Shinsuke Nakamura. Why the hell was he running to the ring like that?
Fucking A.
Dude, oh man.
Good lord.
Number 20 was Jey Uso.
Wow. I didn't expect that one.
I was very impressed with Jey Uso in this match because this man, believe it or not, this man Jey Uso did a Poison Rana. Shocked me.
Look at that. Maybe he's actually learning some more moves for his Mania match. Hopefully.
Number 21 was AJ Styles. So good.
Man.
To see. So good to see AJ Styles. So good to see AJ Styles back. And well, actually, because they said AJ's been out since October, and with his injury, you know, it was really, he had just made a tweet, which obviously now we know he was lying, that he had just made a tweet that
he was going to be out.
He was having a tough time with his injury. And when his music hit, it was not that awful song that they gave him earlier this year at WrestleMania. It was the CFO phenomenal AJ Styles song.
Man, we don't want none. And I wanted it all, man. It was phenomenal. Great moment, dude. He looked phenomenal. And he was moving his ass off, dude. He was flying around that ring. He looked great, dude. I'm so glad he's back. So happy for him being back, man. He looked great. Entrance was great. So glad having that theme song back. And it was very shocking. It was very shocking. To be honest, I did not expect him to be back yet. And it shocked the fuck out of me. So I'm very glad we got what we got.
Yes. I am very glad for that. As one thing I wasn't glad for was number 22. That was Braun Strowman.
Ugh. Yay.
Who the fuck wanted to see Braun Strowman in this Royal Rumble match? Number 23, 24, and 25 were nuts. Because, like most number 23s, number 23 here was the GOAT. It was John Cena. Number 24 was CM Punk. And number 25 was Seth freaking Rollins.
Insane spots, dude.
Yes, insane back-to-back-to-back entrance. As, you know, commentary was going nuts. Roman was standing in the middle of the ring. And all these guys are just coming out. I was excited for a formal face-off between AJ Styles and CM Punk, and we did not get that.
That was very annoying.
That was a bit odd. At number 26, after this just three-headed goat that just happened in the Royal Rumble, at number 26, it was Dominic Mysterio.
Oh.
Commentary killed me.
Dude, all of them were just so pissed in that moment. all three of them were just fucking ranting. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? This fucking...
What a buzzkill.
What a buzzkill. Hilarious. That was hilarious. That's a way. That's a good way to not do a big name at one of the post 25 numbers, is you have it be someone be like, Dominic, where it's one of those, this fucking guy. They played it up great. They really did.
At number 27, it was Sami Zayn. When we get to eliminations, we will talk a little bit about Sami Zayn. Number 28 was Damian Priest.
Ugh, what a fucking waste of a spot.
Why in the blue hell is Damian Priest coming out
28
at number fucking 28?
Okay.
Number 29 was LA Knight. And number 30 was Logan Paul.
Ugh. That was lame. That's a horrible number 30. I'm sorry.
That is an atrocious number 30. That is a that is a bad number 30, man. I mean, what the hell is even that, bro? Logan Paul coming out at number 30 was just
insane work.
So, going back here to the elimination order, Carmelo Hayes and Santos Escobar were dumped out by one Braun Breaker. Otis was eliminated by Breaker and Speed. Speed was eliminated by Breaker and Otis.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu eliminated Chad Gable, Rey Mysterio, Andrade in the span of a couple minutes. So very, very early on there. Ludwig Kaiser was eliminated by Penta. The Miz, Sheamus, Joe Hendry. Let me make sure I get this right. Okay. Yes, okay. The Miz, Sheamus, Joe Hendry were all eliminated by Roman Reigns. Very back-to-back-to-back.
Yep.
Roman Reigns would then get into a little scuffle with Braun Breaker, which then led to Braun Breaker being dumped over by Roman Reigns. Which overall I was okay with, because it's Braun and he's getting dumped over by Roman Reigns. So
it's more of a better look to be eliminated by a Roman. It took a Roman to take Braun Breaker down, which is a good way of looking at it, and it was a good elimination.
Jimmy was then dumped over by Fatu. And speaking of eliminations that were justifiable, this is all but that. Pentagon, after 40 minutes in the match, was eliminated by Finn Balor.
By a nothing by a 2025 Finn Balor.
By a 2025, still on Monday Night Raw, post Damian Priest feud, still in Judgment Day, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor. He got eliminated by the loser of the Judgment Day.
So, Shinsuke Nakamura was eliminated by Jey Uso. Jacob Fatu was eliminated by Braun Strowman. And I swear to you, not 2 seconds after Fatu went out, John Cena's music hit. And out came, like we talked about, Cena, Punk, and Rollins back to back to back. We, unfortunately, didn't get to see Fatu against any of them.
Any of the crazy names we wanted to see him face off against, not one of them. right before. Insane work. What a
Oh my.
decision.
Fatu eliminated by honestly, I would have kept Braun Strowman out longer. I mean,
I
he's a
would.
waste of a spot.
He's a waste of a spot. It would have been better to sell their match from Saturday night's main event if you just kept him out still, dude.
Yeah. Oh god, dude, that new Judgment Day. I don't know why they took the other side away from them
For just that,
for
whatever it is.
a generic Def Rebel hip hop track. I mean,
Horrid.
what is that song, dude? And yes, Fernando, Finn had absolutely no business eliminating Penta. Penta
Not at all.
should have been dumped out. Same thing with Jacob Fatu by
One of the
somebody who had a little bit of name value in this match, not Braun Strowman or Finn Balor.
No.
What year are we in?
Yeah. What the fuck? It's not 2017.
Questionable decisions there. Braun Strowman had a weird elimination in this because Braun gets dumped over by Cena. He looked pissed. Finn Balor then gets dumped over by Cena, and Braun didn't catch him.
Yeah.
And Finn's head, it looked like Finn's head kind of hit the Tron a little awkwardly, and Braun kind of you could see him throw his arms in the air and say oh, come on, and then just walk off. So I don't know if, maybe the match wasn't necessarily going his way, or I don't know if he felt satisfied with his performance, but yeah, he looked very angry.
He did.
At the end of that, which,
And he did not properly catch Finn.
yeah, I would have been angry too if I was responsible for taking Jacob Fatu out of the match. I would have been mad at myself, so I do understand it.
That is true.
Dom got eliminated by Damian Priest. Sami Zayn is eliminated by... Oh, forgot to mention, before this, we did get a pretty cool John Cena and Roman Reigns face-off.
That was really cool.
So Cole, called to the playback from SummerSlam 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool.
That was awesome.
Sami Zayn is sitting on the apron, and McIntyre is fighting Sami. Jay goes to kick McIntyre in the back of the head. McIntyre moves, and Jey Uso super kicks Sami Zayn in the face.
Right off.
And he falls right to the ground. Okay, so let's analyze this situation. I love this.
This is an element I do love.
Because Sami Zayn watched his best friend get Alabama slammed through a ladder. Didn't help him. He watched. He let it be a one-on-one match. And he watched the one-on-one match happen, and just so happens that Sami got, or Sami had to watch, his friend get Alabama slammed through the ladder. Fast forward to maybe not even an hour later, and he gets eliminated by a guy who...
It's a good friend of him.
He, I guess to Kevin Owens, he gets eliminated by a guy who, he had their back.
Yeah.
He had their back come War Games, and how did he get repaid by the Bloodline?
Eliminated.
They eliminated him, and all Jey Uso had to say was, my bad. My bad, bro. Now this is a very interesting situation. Because, yeah, and it's also a callback to Sami, who's been accidentally kicking a lot of people in the face. Now he gets accidentally kicked in the face by Jey Uso, and it costs him the Royal Rumble, which, again, this is a guy who Kevin Owens is going to look at that is a part of the family that Sami betrayed their friendship for.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
That's interesting stuff. And that's going to be something that Owens brings up in the future. And that's going to be awesome.
Exactly. Another situation, I said it earlier, where, Sammy's been trying to make everyone happy and it makes no one happy. Even in this match, he was helping Jay, he was helping Jimmy, or I don't think those two overlapped, actually. Did they overlap, Sammy and Jimmy? Don't think
No.
so, no. But he was helping Jay, he was helping Roman, and he was helping all his friends, and it still didn't work out for him. And yeah, it's another thing where you please everybody, you please nobody, including yourself. Very interesting.
Yes. And one of the more interesting ones in all of the match, really. I mean, that was a huge eyebrow raiser for me.
That was.
Another eyeball popper for me was the next elimination was Drew McIntyre at the hands of Damian Priest. Who do y'all think Damian Priest is, bro?
Bro, he's not that guy, bro. I hate to break it to you. Priest isn't that guy, bro. He is a low-tier mid-carder in his current state. I'm sorry.
Drew McIntyre is dumped out of the match. He did not play a role in eliminating Punk,
Nope. Sam.
Rollins,
Kind of Sammy.
Rollins, Roman, Jay, nobody. And none of those guys played a factor in eliminating him.
If he didn't get any licks back on his part, but they still got one on him, you still got the story there. It still makes sense. He couldn't do it at the Royal Rumble either. He still got fucked over in the end. Boom, fuels his anger. But he got eliminated by a guy who's not even on the same roster as him. They better hope that wasn't the plan, because from what I believe, I think that is just what happened normally in the match. I really think it is. And I think all the stuff that we're hearing about is just footage we're going to see on Raw come Monday. So I hope that wasn't the fucking plan. Exactly. No payoff for this. Not that I would want to see that fucking matchup anyway.
Yeah, we literally already seen that after Mania last year. So, man, they better hope
that was an accident.
But then that's a huge miscommunication on Priest's part, because
who
the hell told you to eliminate Drew and at that time?
How does that accidentally happen? That's the thing. See if it's an accident, but I don't know.
If somebody's going to throw me over the ropes and dead ass trying to eliminate me, I feel like somebody would probably relay the message, hey, he's not supposed to go out now.
His spot, exactly.
Like,
okay.
Drew McIntyre, Drew McIntyre playing no part in Punk, Rollins, or Roman, or that none of those guys playing a part in him going out. Huge, colossal fuck up there.
Horrible look, and it better be an accident, because if it's not, then holy fuck, you fucked up.
Damian Priest is dumped out by LA Knight. LA Knight is then eliminated by AJ Styles. AJ Styles is then eliminated by Logan Paul. Nice.
Okay.
I can't even be mad at that one, because there's just one more that's even fucking worse.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are tussling towards the ropes, which they both get dumped out by CM Punk.
Great spot right there.
It was an awesome spot.
Again, too distracted with their hatred for each other, and it fucks them.
Again, Logan Paul and Jey Uso should have been out of the match at this point, to the
100%.
point where the final four were
Cena, Punk, Seth, Roman.
But I digress. CM Punk dumps out Rollins and Reigns. And as he's standing by the fucking ropes, gets eliminated by Logan Paul.
Bro.
You passed another year. This is twice now. You've passed another year of people wanting to see CM Punk win this whole match. And we've passed on it again.
And you can't do it next year. It's in Saudi for some ungodforsaken reason.
That's the first problem.
Exactly. Punk don't do the Saudi shows. He ain't gonna be there. So you can't do it next year. So you're just not gonna give people what they want. Okay. That's a fucking decision. And by Logan Paul of all people. Man, oh man.
Logan Paul is then eliminated by John Cena. Okay, wait. First of all,
That final 3.
why is your final 3 in the Royal Rumble match Logan Paul, John Cena, and Jey Uso?
Homie, what?
That is something. But anyways, while all this is going on, something in Seth Rollins just snaps. I mean, he's on the outside of the ring. He's fighting CM Punk. He double foot curb stomped Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
He then curb stomped Roman Reigns' head again into the steel steps after he got done yelling at Paul Heyman. Him and Punk are still fighting on the outside. Why weren't they all in the Rumble doing that?
That would have been the perfect Rumble sequence, dude.
These guys just fucking slugging it out with the three of them, which would have made everybody think, oh my God, they're all going to get distracted by each other and John Cena is going to win. And then you end up giving it to Punk. That would have been great.
That would have been phenomenal. Those 3 distract each other. Those 2 go out. Punk and Cena. Punk gets the victor. Great. Get in and fucking do that. You had all those 3 brawl on the outside for some reason.
They're on, they're all fighting. Rollins goes, towards the ramp. Punk walks towards the announce table as Paul Heyman is sitting there on his hands and knees praying to Roman Reigns, who just got curb stomped. CM Punk walks up to Heyman, says something. We didn't make it out.
No.
None of the cameras picked up what they said, but he walks up to Heyman, he says something, and he walks off.
Sure, it's something to do with that favor, man.
Yes.
Very curious to see what that favor could be.
Absolutely. And Punk keeps downplaying it, but you just know it's going to be something huge.
It's going to be something very interesting and very huge.
But yeah, that was that whole little sequence. As again, there's at this point in the match, there's 3 guys in the ring just napping, I guess, while all this is going on. And Heyman, like I said, just says nothing. He said something to Punk, but again, the cameras couldn't pick it up, and Punk walks off. We then get Logan Paul, like I said, dumped over the top by John Cena. And at this point in the match, our final 2 competitors are John Cena and Jey Uso, which was a decent little back and forth.
Yes.
They were, stopping each other from getting back in the ring. John went to AA Jey Uso, out of the match, and he went to AA Uso out of the match, and Jay got back in the ring, pushed John. John hit the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And Jey fucking Uso
won the Royal Rumble.
Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Now, I've seen a lot of people wanting the final boss to come out at number 31 because he runs this bitch and he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Imagine everyone's reaction. The countdown just starts. That shit will be crazy.
I've seen a lot of people wanting that, and at this point in the show, I genuinely thought that was going to happen.
I thought it was.
Because in my head, there's just no way
that it's Jey Uso. It's no way
that Jey Uso just won the Royal Rumble in 2025.
And he fucking did. So it went off air. They hit the produced by and everything, and it went off air. Jey Uso won it again. Watch the beginning of the show. If you guys really want to hear us just go in straight for like 40 minutes straight about, the thoughts and whatnot. I like Jey Uso. I do. I want him to be world champion. I do. This isn't the time. Mania isn't the place. Gunther isn't the person, and Jay's not the person to beat Gunther. None of these line up for me. And that's the decision they went with. I would have went with Punk personally. I would like you mentioned a little bit ago. I would have done Gunther, Punk, Seth, boom, and then I would have done Cody and Cena with both Cena and Cody retaining in their respective matches for me. But that's not what they're doing. They're doing Jey Uso versus Gunther again. So we'll see how that plays out. And for Cody, it probably can be Punk. It could be anything. Who knows? From that little brawl we got, I feel like if Punk does go for Cody, that means we'll get Seth and Roman in a one-on-one, which is good. That's awesome, but like, eh. Um, so there's all that. It's very, very confusing and very just unknown at this point for a lot of this shit, man. So this Mania season will shape up, but the beginning shapes of it is not a plan I would have went with, man. But well, what's your overall thoughts about the winners and what's Mania looking like?
Wow. What is Mania looking like?
That's a good fucking question.
That's a great question. I got to say, at this point,
I don't know.
with this whole men's stuff, I mean, things are a little clearer now, even though they're mind boggling.
Mm-hmm.
Things are a little clearer, I guess, now, because now you're looking at Jey Uso and Gunther
Mm-hmm.
as your World Heavyweight Championship match.
Okay.
You're looking at, I mean, if Punk's favor is Cody, and you do Cody and Punk, I thought McIntyre was the one that was gonna beat Cody.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be Punk now? And then is Punk gonna drop it to Drew? Are we gonna do that again? I don't think we need that again right now.
Is it gonna be triple threat? Maybe that's the triple threat at Mania. Drew, Punk, Cody. But even then, it's like, it's kind of shit we've seen before. But I don't know, dude. And if it is a one-on-one with Punk and Cody, what the fuck does Drew do? That's the question.
My original, so my idea with Drew, and now I have no idea when it comes to Drew, because my idea was with Drew was if you did Punk, Rollins, Gunther, you put Drew against Roman.
Yeah.
Because, it only makes sense. Drew McIntyre, all of this whole Drew McIntyre character we see is because of one man, and that's Roman Reigns. I originally thought that, and I don't. But then again, are we gonna do the Cena and Cody match?
Are we?
Which then, if that's the case, then what the hell does
Punk do?
Do Punk and Rollins face?
Do we do a triple threat between Roman, Punk, and Rollins after that?
Or do you do Punk, Rollins, McIntyre, and McIntyre and Roman?
Maybe that's a path you could do.
As just those two, as just two singles matches. I'm lost.
Well, it's a fucking mystery, dude. It really is. It's just all these guys I thought had their set paths, and they're completely different now, and it's just very, very confusing, man. It really is.
Yeah, Logan says maybe Roman versus Fatu. I would honestly put Fatu versus Solo.
I think Fatu versus Solo is the match at Mania. I really think so. Because what would you do with Solo if that was the game? Or genuinely just be off the show? But it's a mystery, dude. You have so much you might not be able to do now for Mania, and it's looking to be a fucking mystery to me, man. And I'll see how it shapes up, man. But this probably isn't the way I would have shaped this Mania up, man. But again,
Jey Uso winning this Royal Rumble in my head just fucked all of this up
Just scrambled literally everything for everyone.
because I genuinely did not have this on my I genuinely did not have this on my bingo card.
No, I
And
really
when I
didn't.
tell you this is the most caught off guard I've been by a Royal Rumble winner,
It really is.
then yeah. What does Roman do? Probably McIntyre,
McIntyre, maybe?
Drew versus Roman, and then Punk versus Seth, and then Cena versus Cody.
I guess.
Because if you don't put Cena in a world title match, which obviously now it can't be Gunther, if you don't put him in a world title match, what the hell does he do?
Man, what would he do at his last WrestleMania?
Orton?
I don't know if he could, but and again, Orton tonight either. He didn't come back, and which I
Yeah.
think helped the ending overall to that KO match better. But
Yeah.
we see, how do you what when Orton comes back and finishes his stuff with KO? That's even if he picks up the stuff right with KO. Maybe he blames it all on Cody. Maybe he goes for Cody. What does Randy do at the fucking at WrestleMania? Dude, it's so fucked. This just fucked everything. And I don't even know if Triple H has a plan. I don't know. I don't know. I thought he had a plan,
I thought he did too,
and
bro.
I think all the rocks, what if is he gonna be able to make it or not? I think that completely fucked up his plan, and I think he's just going off just ideas because I don't know what's planned at this point. Somebody in some form of way is getting shafted at WrestleMania, and I'm very good, and I'm very scared to see who that's gonna be.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm lost.
I'm lost.
I'm
I'm
lost.
lost.
I don't know. I don't know. But I certainly hope
Hope he
the
does.
rest of his plan is going to deliver, because this is looking interesting. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you, man, I can confidently say 1000% I would have not had Jey Uso in the Royal Rumble tonight. I don't care
No.
how cool his entrance is. I don't care how over he is. I don't think anybody wants to see a other than outside maybe a few very select people. I don't think anybody is really, licking their chops thinking about Jey Uso and Gunther at WrestleMania.
No.
That just doesn't sound like a WrestleMania match to me.
I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Um yeah, I, that's the moral of Jey Uso winning this Royal Rumble, man. I am lost. I
I'm
have
lost as
no
fuck.
idea what we do with anybody else, and I just am left asking myself, who the fuck wants to see Jey Uso versus Gunther?
Mm-hmm. I am lost as hell, man. Lost as hell. Call Zombies Hunter. Ask when we think we'll see Solo. I think we'll see him on an upcoming SmackDown. I think that's where he's gonna return, and that's when they're gonna pick up that program with Fatu. But I just have no idea what the fuck is going on. I don't know what the plan is for all these main eventers. I don't fucking know. You have so many people that are just scrambled now, and Triple H. I hope he could fucking work his way out of this one because boy, is this a weird fucking path. This is a weird goddamn path. I'll tell you that, and I'm lost.
Yeah, I'm incredibly lost. But yeah, that is that, and it looks like that's about everything we have here today, man. Like I said, dude. Like I said, this is very mind boggling, bro. I
It
don't
is.
know. Nonetheless, here I was. Oh wow, just now. That right at the end.
No.
Mm, let me see. Nothing yet. My apologies. We are trying to get Sir K's camera back from freezing, and uh-uh. Damn.
That might be.
Ah,
Oh, look at that. God damn
you're
it.
back.
Holy shit, right at the fucking end. Never fails.
No, it does not. Okay.
Right at the outro.
Okay. Yes, but that is. Sorry about that, man. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm happy for Jey Uso, man. But it's just I like Jey a lot, and I hate saying all this stuff because I like Jey, dude. But it's just, man. I mean, again, I just did not really care to see Jey Uso versus Gunther in a world title match at WrestleMania. I think that's a weak ass world title match, bro. I really do, and I really hope they prove me wrong.
I hope they do.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just not something that was at the top of my list whatsoever, bro. But no, I mean, like, the tag title match had an odd ending.
Mm-hmm.
Both Rumble matches, again, down the stretch, got a little fuzzy for me. And the Cody Rhodes match I thought was great, man. So those are all my overall thoughts on the Royal Rumble this year, man. I thought they did a pretty good job, man. Like I said, mine is just down the stretch with both of those Rumble matches.
Definitely, man. Overall, it was a nice night. It was a good night. Matches were fun to watch. Tag match ended up ending real finicky and kind of one of those. If you're given that time frame, don't give that stipulation. Both Rumble matches were good overall. Those final stretches for me in the decision making department kind of fucked it all up. But overall they were good. Um, and for that, again, like you said, the KO and Cody match, show was insane all throughout, man. Brutal, great ending, great cinematic shot, man. And overall, it was a good night.
Yes. And that was that, man. That was that. Thank you guys so very much for coming out here tonight for the Royal Rumble post-show review. Call Zombies, my man Hunter. Of course, Manager Logan. Jumpin' Jeff. Fernando. My man Lonnie. Duran.
Oh boy.
Always great to see you, my man. Or always great to hear from you nonetheless. Gotti. And of course, still trying to keep her in line, but Belle.
Mm-hmm.
Man, thank you guys so very much for coming out and joining us here tonight for your Royal Rumble post show. Thank you guys so very much. Look at that. It's not even 1 in the fucking morning, dude.
Look at that. Already done with the whole post show review.
Fucking great.
Gotta love it. Just wait till Revolution.
Fuck
We're
me.
here till 2:30.
Yeah, you already know, bro.
You fucking know.
You
We're
already
gonna
know.
have to watch Cope. I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah, please. It's just let's not talk about that right
Let's
now.
save that.
Yeah, so that is gonna do it, guys. Thank you guys so very much for joining us, man. This should be uploaded shortly on all platforms for you guys, man, within the hour. And thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another post show for your Royal Rumble. And as for the Royal Rumble, we will see you next year in 2026 when we bring you guys the Royal Rumble from Saudi Arabia review. The next time we will be on a post show is in literally right under a month. March 1st, Elimination Chamber Toronto. It's going to be great, and I'm excited for it. And thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for your Royal Rumble post show. Thank you guys so very much, man. That is going to do it for this edition of the Royal Rumble post show. And with that, it's always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this episode of your NHP Royal Rumble Post Show 2025 review. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all technically tomorrow night or Monday night after Monday Night Raw with NHP Unscripted.
Peace.